Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. So there was a lot of talk about having, single-issue debates for the Democratic primary, and a big one was like, we're going to have one on climate change. It's the most important issue. Many candidates in all of the four debates we've had now, the two in June and the two in July, many of them said this is their top issue, right? Dan Inslee, who just dropped out, but that's his top issue. Many candidates have said this is the top issue, right? So the DNC said we're going to have a single issue debate in September. Wait a minute. This is the Democratic Party. There you go. There you go. DNC voted against holding a climate debate despite top candidates' support for the idea. The contentious vote comes after presidential candidates overwhelmingly endorsed the debate and young activists rallied for one at a Democratic National Committee office nationwide. They're talking about the Sunrise Movement, right? So the Sunrise Movement has been very much pushing this. The Sunrise Movement is the one that protested earlier this year outside of Nancy Pelosi's office. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saw them and was like, started talking and getting involved, right? The Sunrise Movement, which I've been to some of their events. Anytime I wear that shirt that says Green New Deal, it's from them. It's primarily like young people, like teenager, millennials, early 20s, mid 20s and stuff like that. But there's people of all ages are getting involved. I went to several of their events, and as we talk about, it affects all of us. Except the DNC, though. Tom Perez. DNC Chair Tom Perez, who opposed the proposal, said the committee has received dozens of requests for single-issue debates, all on compelling issues. Are we shocked? The DNC just sold us out again? I mean, are we shocked? Are we shocked? It's just funny to me now because they just give all this stupid language. The DNC, this sounds like, when a corporation gets busted for doing something awful, and they release it's against our core values, just some nonsense corporate speak, like a bunch of jackwagons in some corporate boardroom creating this with like a spin doctor marketing team. You think I'm an idiot? Compelling issues. We're a big tent, the Democratic Party. We're screaming at the top of our lungs. This is the most important issue we are all facing. Young people are screaming the loudest because they should. If you're in your 20s, your 40s are potentially going to be a nightmare unless if there's even a planet here. Well, there'll be a planet. There just won't be any humans. We'll all be dead. We have less than 11 years to take drastic action, which is why I so applaud Bernie Sanders' bold Green New Deal that says we're done. We got to be on 100% renewable energy by 2030. Done. We have off of it. Well, you see a lot of compelling issues. New Tom Perez. And then it would be a mistake to change the rules in the middle of the process. That's all you guys do is change the rules in the middle of the process. This is like the NFL going, well, there's a lot of, we just don't want to get too violent. A lot of football is running into each other and we don't want it to get too much of that. What? That's your whole bread and butter is guys running into each other at full speed. That's the NFL. This is all you guys do is change the rules. You guys have been moving goalposts since the 70s, man. You started this superdelegate thing in the 70s to prevent progressives from taking over your party. That's what you do. Everybody bitched about the superdelegates in 2016. What did you do? Oh, you trim back the number of them, and they're only allowed to come in the second ballot. You're so full of it. This is downright irresponsible. Climate change is an emergency, but Tom Perez isn't acting like it, said Sophie Karasek, a spokesperson with Sunrise Movement. The Democratic Party needs the energy and motivation of young people to win in 2020. Yeah, but they're not. You want me to show you what the Democratic Party thinks of young people? The Democratic Party is all people like Tom Perez and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein.
We're gonna go in and share this letter, and we're gonna do it all together. Yeah. Share it in front of Feinstein. We're asking her to vote yes on the Green New Deal.
We are trying to ask you to vote yes on the Green New Deal.
Please.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We have our own Green New Deal.
Some scientists have said that we have 12 years to turn this around.
Well, it's not going to get turned around in 10 years. What we can do,
Senator, if this doesn't get turned around in 10 years, you're looking at the faces of the people who are going to be living with these consequences.
The government is supposed to be for the people and by the people and all
you know
for the
what's
people.
interesting about this group is I've been doing this for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that. I've gotten elected. I just ran. I was elected by almost 1 million vote plurality. And I know what I'm doing. So, you know, maybe people should listen a little bit.
I hear what you're saying, but we're the people who voted you. You're supposed to listen to us. That's your
How old are you?
job.
How old
I'm
are you?
16. I
Well,
can't
you didn't vote for me.
Well,
Dianne Feinstein is telling a bunch of young children, young kids, mainly girls, shut up, I know more than you. Shut your mouth. Well, you're 16, so you didn't vote for me. So you don't matter. This is what the Democratic Party. And let me add, by the way, where was the outrage? Where was the feminist outrage? Had a white guy said this to these kids, there'd be oh my God, we're so sick of the patriarchy. That's the Democratic Party. Dianne Feinstein just talks down. You come in here and you demand this because she doesn't care. In 10 years, she'll be dead. She's in her 80s and she'll die on a throne of gold that has been given to her by a bunch of corporations. That's the Democratic Party. These young kids, wow, how come they're not being celebrated? Oh, you kids are getting involved in politics. This is awesome. You absolutely should come down to your representatives and tell them what you want. Yeah. And their moms? All their moms and dads probably voted for Dianne Feinstein? The nonsense of Dianne Feinstein is making my earpiece jump out of my ear. It's so stupid. Listen to this. Well, she didn't vote for you.
It doesn't matter. We're the ones who's going to be impacted.
Something.
It doesn't matter. We're going to be the ones who's all impacted.
I understand that. I have 7 grandchildren. I understand it very well.
Senator, the cost of not taking this action is far higher than the cost of what the Green New Deal will be. And there is enormous popularity for this bill around the whole country. And we're asking you to be brave and do this for us and for your grandchildren.
Get enough for everybody. I'm trying to do the best I can, which was to write a responsible resolution.
Any plan that doesn't take bold, transformative action is not going to be what we need.
Well, you know better than I do. So I think one day you should run for the Senate.
Great.
And then you do it your way.
But by that time,
in the meantime,
there's going to be a big problem.
I just won a big election.
Then you should run for Senate. I just won a big election by 1 million vote plurality. That's the Democratic Party. Anybody in your 20s or 20s or younger, that's what the Democratic Party thinks of you. That's Dianne Feinstein, big feminist girl power hero. That's what she told a bunch of young girls. Shut up. I'm smarter than you. I've been doing this a long time. Then you should run if you're so smart. That's what she just said. You think I'm wrong? You think the Democratic Party likes you? Well, here's another Democratic leader, right? Here's Joe Biden, vice president for 8 years. Big Joe Biden, who's running for president too.
The younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break.
So let me tell you something, millennials. There's the Democratic Party. Tom Perez, just got rid of the most important issue we should be debating. Dianne Feinstein basically just spit in the face of a bunch of young girls. Didn't reward, wow, you're politically active, way to go, awesome, way to get involved. This is what a democracy is, everyone involved. You know, she doesn't care. By the time you're old enough to vote, I'll be dead. Who cares? I have no empathy for you, Joe Biden just said. I have no empathy for you. I have no empathy for you, Joe Biden just said. No empathy for you. He doesn't care that you've got crushing student loan debt, millennials. He doesn't care. He doesn't care any of you that got deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan, who signed up thinking you were going to save your country and then you realized you were in a corporate war for Halliburton and Boeing and Raytheon and ExxonMobil. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. All you millennials out there driving for Grubhub and Lyft and Uber that have no health insurance, he doesn't care. Dianne Feinstein doesn't care. Tom Perez doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. That's the Democratic Party. That's who they are. Kamala Harris. There's another video I can show you. The Democratic Party does not care. Joe Biden just told he doesn't care about you. Dianne Feinstein doesn't care about you. Huh? They don't care about climate change. Here's Kamala Harris. Here's what she thinks.
Okay, so I say with all love and warmth that part of the concern also for people who are progressive thinking and liberal minded, or just progressive thinking in terms of just fix it, is that we all have these posters in our closet that is attached to a stick that we sometimes will card out when we're talking about criminal justice policy and those statistics that you first heard when we opened it up, incarceration. And we run around with these signs, build more schools, less jails. Build more schools, less jails. And we walk around everywhere, build more schools, we protest, build more schools, less jails. Put money into education, not prisons. There's a fundamental problem with that approach, in my opinion. And it's this. I agree with that conceptually, but you have not addressed the reason I have 3 padlocks on my front door.
Yes, we just did. The reason you have 3 padlocks on your door is because we've been spending more money on private prisons than education. If we spent more money on education, this is what she thinks. This is why, again, Bernie Sanders' new Green New Deal maps out how part of his whole Green New Deal platform is getting rid of private prisons. This is the Democratic Party. Progressive people, more schools, yes, prison. She's just mocking you. This is the people in charge, the people running for president. This is the party of change. You think this is what they think of you. Sunrise Movement, get with the movement of the People's Party and start a third party. Because if they screw Bernie out of the nomination, Bernie is really our only shot. Our only shot. I like Tulsi. They're already making sure she's not going to be on the stage. They got Gravel out of there, another anti-war candidate. Elizabeth Warren, capitalist through and through. She wants to green up the military. Elizabeth Warren is not going to she's going to put a Green New Deal in there that'll appease Republicans. It'll be the Obamacare of the Green New Deal. It'll be a right-wing Republican. She was a Republican until she was 47 years old. That's who Elizabeth Warren is. The Democratic Party does not care about you. Liz Warren doesn't, Kamala doesn't, Joe Biden doesn't, Dianne Feinstein doesn't, Tom Perez doesn't. They don't give a shit. They do not care. They don't care. This is how they talk. This is what they think. Especially this is what they think of you if you're a millennial. This is what they think of you. They think they don't care. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Thanks for getting your news here, because I don't think they're going to do a segment like this. I don't think they're showing these clips on CNN or MSNBC, and they're probably not even going to show them on Fox. Fox is just, socialism. Ocasio-Cortez wants to outlaw cows and babies and planes, or whatever they say over at Fox News, which is ridiculous. But Sunrise Movement, if you're watching, don't play nice with the Democratic Party. They don't respect you. The way Dianne Feinstein talked to those little girls, that's what the Democratic Party thinks of the Sunrise Movement. Okay, kids, we know better than you and your little Green New Deal t-shirts. That's what they think of you. I have no empathy. I have no empathy, like Joe Biden just said. That's what they think of you. No, preaching in schools, like Kamala just said. That's the Democratic Party. They are the problem. The Clintons are the worst thing that have ever happened to this country, because they took over the Democratic Party in the late 80s, early 90s, and they ran a millimeter to the left of the Republicans. And then they were heralded as these amazing liberals. And this is what they've done. That's why Tom Perez just killed a single issue debate, which would have been important, because the whole country needs to really hear how severe it is. The whole country needs to have this. We need to talk about this right now, because by 2030, it's too late. When Joe Biden and Feinstein and probably Tom Perez are all dead, Trump will be dead, Mitch McConnell will be dead, Susan Collins will be dead. That Republican governor in Alabama that could have prevented those 25 white guys in the Alabama State Senate from banning abortion. You know, she could have actually done something to help women. She'll be dead. They'll all be dead. And we'll be living in a nightmare, if at all, if life on planet Earth hasn't been wiped out. If you're going to post to Graham, climate change isn't real in the comment section, just know I think you're ridiculous if you don't think climate change is real. You've been drinking the Kool-Aid of the oil lobby. When you say those things, you are regurgitating talking points from the oil lobby. So either you're a troll in the oil lobby when you put those in the comment section, or you're unaware that you are regurgitating oil lobby talking points. You will never, ever, ever change my mind about climate change. Never going to happen. I'm open to a lot of other issues. That's never going to change. Democratic Party just screwed you over, Sunrise Movement. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Thank you for getting your news on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Support what I'm doing at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. It is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are up there. They are ad-free. When you endorse, I get residual income. When you sign up for $10 a month, you get access to all the premium content. Also, patreon.com/Graham Elwood. You get bonus content on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. And then Progressive Comedy Tour. We are coming to you. Ron Placone and I from the Jimmy Dore Show are doing another leg of the Progressive Comedy Tour first week in September. September 4th, we're going to Omaha. The 5th, we're going to Sioux Falls. The 6th, Madison, Wisconsin. The 7th, we are going to Minneapolis. And the 8th, we are going to Iowa City. Also, I will be doing Moscow, Russia, September 20th. The 27th, I'll be in St. Petersburg, Russia. Those ticket links will be coming soon. And the Progressive Comedy Tour is coming to Australia November 14th. I bumbled through that. November 14th, we will be in Melbourne. The 15th, Adelaide. The 17th, Sydney. And the 22nd, we will be in Perth, Australia. All your ticket links, everything you need to know is at grahamelwood.com. It's in the show notes below. Thanks for watching.